I picked up a HTVRONT cutting machine. It's pretty simple. It's a great little machine. It's my first vinyl cutter. I have never really worked with vinyl on t-shirts, so I've done DTG, I've done DTF, and I've done screen printing. So the few things that I haven't done are like embroidery, um, the block printmaking techniques, and there's also a screen printing version that you can do with the vinyl cutters. So instead of using emulsion, you just cut out your image and paste it on the screen. Dope. Never tried it. Dope though. So I got the machine all set up, and it's simple. It wasn't much. There was a weeding tool, the tool you use to pick out the spaces that you're not going to be using. There was another needle and a pen, and the pen is used to draw with the machine. So you could create an image or find an image and then print the image on the machine with a pen, and it will just outline whatever it is you have, and you can fill it in by painting, coloring, or even expand your actual canvas work and paste stuff on there, and just different things you can do with it. You know, sign making, you can add stuff. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. But yeah, I got the machine set up, and these are some of the prints that I've done. Now, one of the issues that I am dealing with now is actual curing time. So I have printed the shirt. Shirt looks good. The vinyl, the HTV RONT or LOKLIK, their sample is very soft, very soft. I thought it would be like thick and heavy or whatever, but put it on the shirt. That HTV made for heat transfer vinyl is very soft. But I post pressed and the vinyl did not, um, after wash, it wrinkled. So I don't know if it's because of the fabric softener or other stuff that I washed it with, or washing it with warm water. Those things may have contributed to the wrinkle in the vinyl. So another strike for anything versus screen printing. Anything versus screen printing. But yeah, the image looked good. It still feels soft, it still feels really soft, but it's just wrinkly. And I'm not too comfortable with that. If I were to provide a job to someone that wanted something, which I'm kind of hoping to do. I really am. It is doesn't have the if that's the outcome for everything, then yeah, I can't do it. But if it works with the proper curing time, I usually post cure heat transfer work for like 5 to 10 seconds on like 350, and comes out fine. Even after the first wash, second wash, third wash, never really wrinkles. So that is different. That is powder that's used, adhesive powder that's used to do the DTF, and then DTG. Wash, wash, wash. You probably get about 25 washes, and then it started to crack. Um, Thus the garment game. Screen printing though, it's gonna go. It's gonna go a while. It's gonna go a while. I can say that. But the the point of me getting into the vinyl was not necessarily for monetary purposes. Not directly. It was mainly for the testing. So I listened to Big Brando, this guy out of I think Cali, somewhere like that. Um, Shout out to Big Brando. He's successful in what he does in printmaking. I mean, screen printing and making T-shirts. And he suggested, hey, if you can get you a cutter to test images out. So, all right, I figured, maybe one day I'll find one that's, nice cost, simple, and have it and it's there, right? So that day is here. I have it, and yeah, I have put in two original images. The two original images that I put in are one of my favorite Q-tip lines is a box of positives. It's a plus, love. You know what I'm saying? A box of positives is a plus, love. It's beautiful to me. Beautiful to me. I like to get that tattooed somewhere, but I haven't got it. So far, I've just been printing it, putting it in a lot of places. So I found the image. I loaded it into LOKLIK Idea Station and printed. And then I was like, all right, cool. Now let me throw something in there that I've actually done, created from scratch, drew the art, and then threw some text behind it. So this image is called Bones with Virtue, and it was based on Fallout. So the ghoul that is running around at the beginning, he led a life that he wanted to be the good guy. So I made this skeleton and gave him a white hat. Basically, he's a ghoul. I didn't make him ghoulish. I just put a skull on there. Probably should have added some drips or something like that to make him ghoulish. Now that I'm thinking that, I think I'm gonna go back and do that. That might be the issue with this. But neither here nor there. This right here is what I did. Bones of Virtue. So the weeding process was very slow because of these tiny teeth and these little spaces. So my second time weeding a job or weeding vinyl, it was not too bad. It took me about 10 minutes, and now we have printed it. I actually placed it on a t-shirt, and it's cooling now because these are cool pill. So we're gonna be waiting on that to cool. That's where I'm at now. Um, some of the other vinyls that you can use would be a puff vinyl, which I really want to see, just because it's cool. It just kind of poofs up. I've yet to see it in person, just the final results. There's flock, and the flock is a thicker stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen Actively Black, but Actively Black, their sportswear has like a raised type of deal on there. Like the text is raised. It's nice and thick. I think that Essentials did it with some of their hoodies. Uh, but yeah, there's Flock. Um, there is Glitter. There is a matte version that the that you can use basically, and then there is a metallic. So all these different kinds of vinyls are out there, and you're able to use. And if you want to get into, decorating and um, providing custom goods, this is a great way to do it. I definitely suggest that you get one of these and you can customize everything. I'm not a brand as far as like a fashion brand. I like to make t-shirts. I like to make goofy t-shirts. I like to make fun t-shirts. I also like to make politically aware t-shirts because I'm for the people doing better in this world and in this America. I'm for that. So I do make t-shirts that, address history. I make t-shirts that address modernity. I make t-shirts that address situations that nobody wants to look at. Those are things that I put on t-shirts, and I do it for the same reasons that everybody else did it back in the day, like PNB, you know like LRG, Echo. Like all these people made shirts that were politically aware. If you don't notice that, my line of thinking comes from hip hop goods, right? So hip hop wears, hip hop culture, all that kind of shapes how I think about things. And it's very important that that in the hip hop lifestyle, we are able to live a life similar to every other lifestyle. So when things like um, Vince Staples, when people like Vince Staples put all of their efforts into their work, but they are not treated the same simply because they are a hip hop act, you know, but everything else around it could be just as good and get fanfare. So, you know, there's the, we go back to Oscar So White. I've been listening to Joe Budden and they're talking about this. And this is after Sinners kind of cleaned up and did a whole bunch of stuff, with Ryan Coogler and all of his work. Black Panther, that man does not miss. He is a lethal shooter, and he definitely understands it. But yeah, I am one half of JT Creative. My name is Thurman Goins.